Miss Cicchini from the Smithtown Library, and for today's program I'm going to show you how to make your very own hot chocolate bombs. You should have picked up your kits from our Wisconsin building, and in those kits you're going to have some silicone molds, a bag of melting chocolate, a packet of hot cocoa, and some sprinkles. You are going to need a few items from home, such as a plate. Now this plate does have to be microwavable safe, so anything like a ceramic or glass plate is fine. You're also going to need a microwavable safe bowl, and you'll need a spoon and a fork. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started.
So the first thing we're going to do is melt the chocolate. So you're going to need your bowl and your bag of melting chocolate. You can go ahead and dump all of the chocolate into the bowl. And you are eventually going to need your fork to stir all the melted chocolate together and make sure that it's completely smooth. You can put your bowl of chocolate in the microwave and microwave it for 30-second intervals. And in between each 30 seconds, just stir the melting chocolate together. This will help it melt quicker. And you see that mine isn't completely melted, so I'm going to put it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. I'm just going to keep stirring until it's nice and smooth. There are no lumps, and making sure all the chocolate is completely melted. And you might want to have a paper towel or a napkin on the side just to put the fork on. Could get a little messy. So next thing, you're going to grab your silicone molds and your spoon. And then you're going to fill the molds with the chocolate. I would start with a small amount of chocolate, and if you need to add more, you can most definitely do so. You're going to use the back of the spoon to outline the sides of your mold. Try to get your coats as even as possible, and make sure that you go all the way up to the top. Once you've finished outlining your molds with the chocolate, you're going to put the mold in the fridge for 30 minutes, or you can put it in the freezer for 10 minutes. So the next thing we're going to do is take the chocolate out of the molds. Be very careful when you do this. What's great about these molds is that they bend really easily. So starting with the top of the mold, just try to push and pull back a little bit until the chocolate breaks away from the mold. Do that all around the edges, and then you'll be able to just slide the mold from underneath the chocolate. And because it's silicone, the chocolate is not going to stick to it. next thing that we're going to want to do is fill one of our molds with the hot cocoa powder. So you're going to go ahead and take one of your molds and your bag of hot cocoa powder, and you're going to want to fill it up at least halfway, but I wouldn't put the whole bag in. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put your microwavable safe plate in the microwave. And you might want to do this for 30-second intervals until your plate is warm. You don't want it completely hot. You're just going to want it warm enough to melt the rim of the mold. So I think altogether I microwave my plate for 1 minute and 30 seconds, but go ahead and do 30-second intervals until your plate is nice and warm. You're then going to take your mold and you're going to flip it upside down and just gently press it on the plate, and you can see how the chocolate's going to melt. You don't want to do too much, just a little bit, and then very gently place that mold on top of the other one. So now we're going to decorate our hot chocolate bomb, and I have some leftover melted chocolate. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my fork, just stir it a bit, and I'm going to drizzle it a little bit on the top. There's no rhyme or reason with this. You can do any pattern. You can go squiggles like I did. You can go up and down, back and forth, whatever you like. And next I'm going to add some sprinkles. You can use as much or as little as you like. So I think it's time to finally enjoy this hot chocolate bomb that we all made. It looks amazing. So you're going to want to heat up some milk. You can either do this in the microwave or you can have an adult help you heat it up on the stove. Once it's nice and hot, very carefully and slowly pour the milk into the mug, and you're going to see the chocolate shell of the hot chocolate bomb melt away, releasing the hot cocoa powder. And there you have it.